Welcome to this Windows and Computer channel, and we're going to talk about the famous trimming and defrag of SSD drives, and we're going to give you the truth about what is okay and not, because a lot of people are in the impression that, well, you never defrag a SSD. Yes, you do. Stop thinking you don't. I get all the time people saying, no, you just trim. No, trimming is not enough. Trimming only removes and takes the empty spaces and tells the SSD drive, well, these are clean, they're okay. Problem is, your SSD gets fragmented like a regular hard drive and needs to be defragged from time to time because it will lose its performance. Trimming is not a defrag. It's just removing spaces that are empty, telling the drive, okay, this is empty. But remember when we talked about defragmentation on a regular magnetic hard drive, you were saying, well, the defrag takes the files that are all split into little parts everywhere, puts them back into one big file, makes it faster for the hard drive to run afterwards. Same thing with a SSD. Stop thinking that you do not defrag a SSD. Where the difference is that you don't defrag an SSD too often. That is the trick. Windows does defrag an SSD once a month. Everybody that thinks it's not happening, it is. Once a month, Windows defrags your SSD, which is an okay schedule and will not break your SSD. Stop thinking that. That said, right now, if you're on the May 2020 update, there's a bug that for a lot of people with SSDs, not everybody, which is interesting, but for a lot of people, the Windows operating system is trying to defrag your hard drive every day because it seems that it doesn't report correctly the last time that it defragged. So every time you restart your PC, it doesn't see that it was done yesterday, for example, or in the morning, and it wants to do it again. Now that is too much. That defrag option is way too much. So here is what I will tell you to do until the bug is fixed. It will be, because on the insider previews that bug is not there. So that means they must have had a fix for it somewhere, but it's not yet on version 2004 or the May 2020 update. So if you are on the May 2020 update, you got SSD drives, the best thing to do right now is just to remove them temporarily from being defragged. And when the bug seems fixed, the good thing to do would be to put them back into the defrag schedule. So what you need to do, simply go to your search and type defrag, and you will see something called defragment in optimized drives. Click on that. You will see your hard drives. You will see if they're fragmented or not. What you want to do is simply remove your SSDs from that list. So you got to know your SSD drive, which one it is. So if you have only one drive on your PC, typically your C drive will be the SSD. And it's going to tell you anyways, media type should tell you it's a solid state drive or a just know that it's your SSD. You will go down into change settings. Here, do not remove the frequency of scheduled defrag. Simply go down to drives and choose. You want to remove the drives that are SSDs. Simply remove the drives. Do not remove or close the fragmentation, especially if you have a mixed PC, SSD, and regular hard drive. You don't want to remove the defrag from the regular hard drive. So just remove the check mark of your SSD Once that is done, simply click OK. And click OK again. That will mean that you never run on the C drive. And it's going to tell you never run. So you see here, once the bug is fixed, what I recommend is go back here, change settings, go back to choose drives, make sure that you put the check mark, click OK, and make sure that you actually have this going back to make sure that it will actually optimize and choose to check for defragmentation. So once again, defrag in the search for defragment and optimize drive. Make sure that you go into change settings. Make sure that here you just choose the drive in which you want to have the regular schedule running. And once you remove or put a drive back, just click OK. OK. A restart will be needed for it to be fully functional again. But that's the way you remove your SSDs right now. So once again, defragmentation of a SSD is required and needed, like a regular drive. It's just that you don't want to do this too often, because having daily defrags like Windows May 2020 update is doing right now, that could technically, and you know, that's technically, make the life of your drive shorter. With the million read writes requirement of the drives, I will tell you that even if you would leave that on until it's fixed, it probably won't affect much of your drive. But for the purpose of, you know, not having a defrag too often, just remove the drive. And remember that defragging a SSD is required and is a thing to do from time to time. You just don't do it too often. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.